What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got for you some jump training and some volleyball strength training. So we're gonna be doing a lot of multi-directional and multi-planar jumps, moving into a full body strength training with a lot of injury prevention stuff. So if you guys enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We post new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, so make sure you subscribe to catch all of them. Hope you guys like it. First exercise we are doing is going to be hip flexor. So we're really gonna push forward, really stretch out that back hip flexor, drive that knee over the toes if you can. Another thing this is really going to work on is getting some ankle mobilization in, which is very important. So we're here, get that deep range of motion. You really want to open up your hips in general, but also before you get some jump training in. Hips, hip flexors, they're so important. You need loose hips ready to go, but you also need really strong hips that can be strong through different ranges of motion. So stretch out that back, get some ankle mobility in with this exercise. After hip flexor, we got some hip switches. So try to stay nice and tall, keep your feet on the ground, just pivot, open up your hips. Just open up, stay there for a sec, keep switching back and forth. This is one of my favorite exercises for athletes to do, to really open up those hips. There's a lot of variations you can do as well. I like this one where you're tall, hands off the ground. So final exercise is gonna be some more activation. I call these quadruple sprinters. So you're gonna be in that bear start position. You're gonna extend one leg out. You are going to bring it up as fast as possible, punch it up, 3 each side. So when your leg is extended, I really want you to squeeze your glute. And then I want you to drive that knee forward, really try to activate your hip flexors, get it up, squeeze your core. All right guys, as always, first exercise part of plows, we're doing pogos. We're only doing 10 of everything. So we got double leg, single leg, and alternating. You guys know the drill with pogos. Try to maintain your stiffness, just really bounce through that foot. Nothing too crazy, just your regular pogos. Moving into banded pogos, once again, 10 of everything. Nothing different, we're just taking some of the lows so you can spring up a little higher. Try not to let your ankles collapse when you do this. Keep everything stiff. 10 of everything. All right guys, for 3 we are doing 2 exercises. We're starting with an offset kettlebell decel step. So you can hold kettlebell in one hand, take a nice big step, push up on your toes, drop in, stick that decel really hard and high, just like that, and stick it under control, squeeze your glute, watch your knees, make sure they don't come in. Really focus on getting up high when you do it versus out. And I don't need your decel, your split stance, split squat to be super low and deep. Stick it high like you're about to jump. After that, you're doing the same movement without holding the kettlebell. So you're gonna do a big step, decel, get up into a jump, stick it in a split squat once again. So big push, stick, just like that. Hit the ground and go. Notice how Spencer's very reactive and just land there. Lots of stability required for this. Squeeze your glutes. Notice how he pushes straight up, pushes up onto that toe, gets that extension, pops and loads. Alrighty, we're gonna get a little bit more movie, and we're doing 2 single leg broads into a single leg vert. I don't care how you land from the vertical. Go one aside, nice and big and explosive. Don't get stuck in the mud. Use your broads to help pop you up into your vert. Moving on to hurdle jumps and box jumps. So super simple to start, 2 hurdles into a box. Nice and quick, don't get stuck. Just warm it up and then we're gonna increase the height. All right guys, next progression, we're going big forward, and then we're going lateral and then into a box jump. Once again, try not to get stuck. A common error or mistake that I see is a lot of people start leaning before they do their jump. So Spence, can you hold this real quickly? So what I mean by that is they know they're gonna have to do a lateral jump over that little dude. So when they get over this first one, as you're going up, they already start to lean. So it completely throws their balance off. So jump, when you land, just hit it and go. Don't start leaning when you're in the air, because then it's just gonna completely throw it off. So hit one into the next. You can be prepared and aware that you're gonna have to go laterally, but don't move your upper body before, or else you're just gonna go. And don't forget the other side, because we're not unbalanced heathens. Good job. Next up, we have forward, lateral, forward, box. Make it look so easy. Next up, we have lateral jump over, lateral jump back, box jump, nice and quick, as fast as you can. Watch your balance. Make sure you're stable when you jump. All right guys, now we're going over the hurdle, back, box jump, jump down, side, side, up again. So when you're coming off that box, get ready because you're about to jump back off. Make sure you don't get stuck, bounce, come back down. Really stable, really balanced. Having the strength of, yes, your muscles, but all that structural tissue to come off that box is super important, especially for athletes. So being able to jump off, up the box and back down, back into another movement from that height is very important. All right guys, final thing for jumping. Oh, where'd I go? We're doing approach jumps. So pretty sport specific, get a run, get an approach, jump up onto the box as high as you can, double leg or single leg, however you approach, I do not care. But make sure that you do land on two legs. If you do a single leg, make sure you're not like doing some weird launch thing where you land all weirdly. Who can say weird the most number of times?
You.
Who can jump higher, Madison or Spencer? I'm gonna say Madison, even though we all know the answer. Alrighty guys, so we are starting with some power stuff. We're doing a landmine split jerk. This is one of my favorite exercises for power. A lot of the power is derived from the legs. So you're gonna load, jump, arm locks it out at the top, squeeze your core, lots of stability involved in here. You're immediately gonna go from that to a med ball overhead toss for 2. Once again, same movement pattern. You're gonna dip and load with your legs, toss it up as high as you can. Keep everything nice and tight. Third part of the series, we're doing single leg calf drops. I love this exercise for ankle strength, ankle health, and also to really work on athletic movements for the calf. So it starts off, it's basically a calf raise, right? We start up here though versus down here. And all I want is you to drop and reset as fast as you can. So you start high, drop and come up as fast as you can. So we're working on being able to extend and contract that calf as quickly as possible. You do not have to start on a plate. You can just start, I have my youth athletes start on the ground just here, boom, just drop and catch. So like I said, just really catch that foot as fast as you can and return it back up. 2A, we're doing an offset reverse lunge to a knee drive. Come out of that come out of that reverse lunge into a knee drive. Big thing, toe to the top of the shoe when you do your knee drive. Get that knee up, get full extension on the other side. Don't let your hip flexor stay contracted. Pop up all the way. Squeeze your glutes, drive your hips through, maintain balance, stability. Really use your core. B, we are doing a single leg RDL ISO with a single arm cable row. Notice how Spencer's doing an opposite motion with the other arm. He's getting that rotation, that movement in through his thoracic spine. So when one arm rows, the other extends. Maintain your stability. Really squeeze your glute, right? Do not load it up too heavy in your toes. You're gonna feel it in your knee. Really load your glute. Hold that RDL, but you're also just incorporating a row with it. I was gonna mention this when Spencer was doing it, but big thing with your RDL ISO, make sure you keep your hips square to the ground. So you're right here, I want your hips to be square. Don't open up like this. A lot of people try to compensate by opening up, or they try to turn like this when they row. Really load your hamstring, your glutes, keep those hips square. And then final exercise for this series, we are doing chest supported overhead press. So this is this is a really good overhead exercise for overhead athletes. You want to be careful with what you do, but something like this is great and very important for shoulder health, for scapular strength, just supporting all those muscles, your rotator cuff as well, building up that whole area. Don't let your shoulders scrunch. Press it straight up, straight down. Notice your chest supported, so you're kind of at that angle. So make sure you do these, really feel it. I feel mine all throughout my back as well. All right guys, 3A, we're doing depth lateral lunge push-offs. So you're gonna be up on a box. We're only going 6 inches. You're gonna drop, catch yourself in that lateral lunge and push off. You're not going crazy deep, but load it up in your glutes. Get some explosiveness out of there and drive back up. We're doing those with some face pulls. So pull straight to your face. I like an underhand grip. Shoulders stay down. Really pinch your scaps together. Notice how Spencer's pinching your shoulder blades. Slow and controlled. Third part, we are doing push-ups. However you have to do them, just make sure you do good form. All right guys, for abs, 2 things. First one, double extension dead bug. So it's basically dead bug, but we're moving our arms and legs at the same time. Once again, back stays on the ground if you can. I always tell people, pretend like someone is about to step on you. People contract their low back, pushes into the ground that way. Extend both arms and legs as far as you can without your low back coming off the ground. All right guys, last thing for abs, landmine half moon. So you're gonna start with that landmine loaded towards your back hip. Notice how he pivots off his back foot while he raises that landmine. Control it in the abs. Use your obliques to rotate. Make sure that you're under control at the top and you don't, you're not going all over the place. That landmine is under control. Same thing on the other side. Load it in that back hip. Pivot. Use your core to transfer it towards the top. Lock it out in front of your face.